Good morning, you're watching POVPOOL. This is a West Coast swing. We're here at Freezer's Icehouse for the Freezer's Icehouse 10 ball challenge. Live now on the feature table. First match of the morning, THORPE versus Ruslan CHINAHOV. So winner side match, they're racing to 8. THORPE on the lag. Enjoy this match while we finish up some morning stuff.
There's a coin here. Let's see what else I got for you. Oh, I'm out of coins. Hold on. Good morning, Geraldine.
Good morning, Daniel.
Good morning, Streamland.
Good morning, chatters.
Good morning, everybody. This
Good
is
morning, YouTubers.
This is a opening match on Saturday, day 2 of the Freezers Icehouse 10-ball challenge. We've got Billy Thorpe from Iowa versus Ruslan CHINAHOV. Russia. Is it Russia? Yes.
Yeah, it's Russia.
And it's our first match of the day. We're going to have a long day of matches today.
Long day.
We started with 96 players and a full field of 96, and I think the tournament directors, Junior Flores and Trace Kane, narrowed it down to around 48.
I don't know. They're like halfway through the 3rd round, maybe.
Okay.
Which we have a lot of ground to cover today. A lot of ground to cover today.
A lot of ground, a lot of matches. So, you know, obviously not all the matches will get streamed. So if you can get here, I suggest you do. We're seeing some world-class pool here. As you can see, Billy got on the board first in this race, day 8. And got ourselves a nice little safety battle going. A little high. And Billy with cue ball behind the 1. Looks like he's gonna push into the 10 with the cue ball. And there you go. There's another safety. And I don't think he hit a rail. Didn't hit a rail. Man. I know. Billy's smiling. He's laughing about it. Somebody has put some talcum powder on my commentary table, which is basically the rail of this room. So here comes Ruslan. He represented Team Russia when the U.S. Mosconi team went to compete
This last year?
in an exhibition match year and a half, 2 years ago.
Oh, when they went to Russia.
Year and a half, I think.
Yeah.
And as far as ranking in Russia, I'm not really sure where he ranks, but I think he's definitely one of their star players. He came in the finals of this year's West Coast Challenge in Fremont. It was a great match between Dennis Orcollo and him, and a match that everybody thought was going to be Ruslan by a couple of games, but Dennis Orcolio, he kept Ruslan in his chair, and he ended up defeating him. I think it was 9 games to 6 or 11 games to 7, if I'm not mistaken. I have to check my recent videos. Excellent shot. Kind of come up dry on the 4-ball, so I'm assuming he's going to play a safety, bring the 4-ball down table, and use the 8-ball for cover. He's fallen short here.
He had a long night.
He had a long night. He did. He's been up. I don't know how much sleep he got last night. He was up late last night playing Clint Kachi.
Wow.
In a race to 25 session on Roy's basement.
The same clothes as yesterday, so he may not have went to bed.
It looks like the same clothes, yes, but it could be a complete change of identical clothes too.
I don't know who has a
I don't know how those guys like to do it.
Jeans.
I don't know how those guys like to do it in Russia. Good shot. Perfect shape. Ruslan is playing with a Jacoby Q, extended length Jacoby Q. I believe it's about 68 inches.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. And he uses a Jacoby hybrid edge shaft. I think I see him breaking with a BK Rush.
68 inches?
It's something like that.
It's funny because it just looks like a normal pool cue.
Because he's so tall.
Yeah, it's just proportionate to him.
Yeah, he's got to be 6'4", I believe. He and Clint, you know, they're both very tall as well. He's flickering his eyes, as you can see.
Can't see him anywhere.
I know, but can we just switch to master, please? Thank you. Beautiful. That way we can see that break. This is a winner's side match. You can check the brackets for this event at leaguepoolstats.com. Thanks to Junior Flores and Trace Kane.
Everything 101 says, and he's not too good to be my Facebook friend. Go Ruslan.
There you go.
He is a very nice guy.
Also, Amando Bell in the chat room says that Gorst is a higher Fargo rating of 790 to Ruslan's 787, but he thinks that Ruslan actually wins more than Gorst does.
I don't know. 3-point difference on Fargo to me is the same.
It's pretty close. So Billy is calling the corner pocket, the bottom left corner pocket where the one ball is close to. This is a 2-rail kick, and if he can make this ball, you okay? I'll get some water for you.
No, I drank the coffee and it just went down the wrong way. Someone's really into this Korean music this morning.
Is this Korean music? I just somehow feel like culturally speaking, if you listen to PSY,
that's who this is.
You're not really indulging in Korean culture. I think you're listening to Korean pop, but not necessarily.
I think they played the song twice.
Going down a path of history to the Korean.
I think they played this song twice, Daniel.
Cultural Center. This is the second time we're hearing this song in a row.
Watch it get stuck on this song the rest of the day.
Yeah. Alright, so Billy's got a chance here to pick up another game. Scores 1-1. And, these guys are going to be going to Las Vegas to play CSI events after this, the U.S. Open 8 and 10 ball. Holy moly. What I was going to say is that we really hope that the players here have appreciated the West Coast Swing events that we have provided you guys with, optimum playing conditions, top-notch equipment, and that you guys are all finely tuned in preparation for your competitions, the U.S. Open events coming up in Vegas. We wish you guys all the best of luck. And after all these events, we hope to see you guys next year for a bigger and better West Coast Swing.
Bigger and better.
Yes.
Let them all be as big as Ruslan's queue.
Yes, let's. This year, just gonna do some math here.
Is that how you use a pen?
Sometimes.
Oh.
The total prize fund this year for the West Coast Swing was $36,000. I believe last year was a prize fund, not prize fund, but added monies on the West Coast Swing. $36,000 added monies, and 96%, I believe, of all the money that we added to these tournaments was all was all paid out to these players, including the entry fees, you know. And so we're pretty proud of that. That in 5 tournaments on the West Coast Swing.
And they did, the rooms did kindly waive the late fee this year, too.
Yes. We had $25 late fees imposed at certain cutoff dates, but
they weren't imposed.
They weren't. They were all waived this year, which wouldn't have mattered much. I mean, it would have all gone to the prize fund anyway.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if everyone understands the whole reason for a late fee. You know, when you sign up early, it makes it easier for the tournament director to and the room or promoters to gauge how many players are going to be in the tournament. If let's say they fill up the field and it's all filled the night before, they can already make the bracket, and
Yes, it's very helpful to be able to do the draw the day before. That way players know what time they can come in too. Uh-oh.
Down the toilet.
Down to exactly. I think Billy attacked that shot a little too quickly. He didn't put some thought into it, but and by the way, these added monies added by the rooms has all been supported through these great sponsors that we have this year, West State Billiards especially, and we want to thank them. They've got everything for your game room. So if you're looking to purchase a pool table, game room furniture, or you have cloth that you want on your table, you want a new diamond pool table, I recommend you check out West State Billiards. Also perfect for room owners who are looking to add tables. If you're looking, like, say, if you've got a couple of bar boxes that you want to upgrade to diamond bar boxes, I recommend you contact West State Billiards at weststatebilliards.com. Can you stop that? You sound like you're... We recommend you check out weststatebilliards.com and get a price quote and to speak with Donnie Wessels, because the service there is amazing, very helpful and very responsive. They service all of California and many parts of Arizona as well. So they're your authorized diamond dealer for California. They got everything from ball polishers to cloth, poker tables, spectator chairs, just about everything you need for your game room. Games. They've got balls. You need Aramuth balls, Cyclop balls, Brunswick balls. They've got balls. They got the new Gold Crown 6 pool table if you need. They're authorized Simonis dealers and championship cloth dealers. So, if nothing else, please send West State Billiards an email and tell them how grateful you guys are that they sponsored the West Coast Swing this year, because without them, we wouldn't be able to provide you this media coverage. We wouldn't be able to have these events hosted at all of these venues, and it supports the players, supports the rooms, it supports us, the streamer. And we're really grateful. And we're also grateful for these great cue makers that came in. Eddie Cohen, Ariel Carmelli, Kent Davis, and Tiger Products. Also for freezers, we're happy that Pat Davini sponsored this event also with a beautiful cue that's being raffled, also to help support the room and to support in part also support Cliff Joyner, who suffered a stroke about 6 months ago, and we hope you're okay, Cliff. Also want to thank John Barton and JB Cases. I'll be calling you because I want to come and see you in Las Vegas. Definitely want to catch up, and I want to also wish
happy anniversary to
yes,
Barton and
happy anniversary to John Barton and his wife Karen. And this just in, it appears that Roy Francisco is responsible for playing Gangnam Style
all night
on the jukebox 2 times in a row this morning from the hotel.
What?
Yeah, he just used the iTunes app, you know. Found the jukebox here.
Whose walk-on music was that?
Could you do me a favor? Could you play Got to Give It Up by Marvin Gaye? I'd love that one. That's Marvin Gaye, Got to Give It Up.
Well, since we're putting in requests.
Anyway, happy anniversary to
John and Karen Barton.
To John and Karen Barton. Also, happy birthday to Shane Van Boning today, to Max Adams, and to Torsten Holman.
It's one big July full of birthdays, huh?
Yeah. Score is 3-1. 3-1.
Three to 1. It's 2-1.
It's 3-1.
Oh, okay. Whatever, dude. Take that.
Also, I want to thank Roy and his wife for the additional installment. Ooh. The additional installment of banana nut bread.
Oh, you didn't bring it today.
I know. We were in such a hurry. I left it on the kitchen island. Anyway, we'll cut it up and serve it tomorrow on the counter here. Also, big thanks to Mark Kentrell, Jessica Kentrell, for hosting us here in Arizona this week. I know we've been a big pain in the butt, showing up late, leaving early, leaving the toilet seat up, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, thank you for your hospitality.
It's really good to see Mark Kentrell and Jessica again. It's another great thing about these tours like the West Coast Swing is we get to reunite with people that are friends of ours and also make new acquaintances. It's So Billy's got a chance to tighten things up here. It's 3-1. Killed the cue ball off that second rail. Just gotta bear down and focus on the shots. Billy has rattled a couple of balls. And it's cost him. Well, he rattled a ball 2 racks ago. And he also gave up ball in hand one time. So it's cost him a little bit. Good shot. Billy Thorpe.
You can't root for both players, Daniel. You have to choose.
Does somebody in the chat room say that?
No, I'm telling you that. You said
Pick your favorite player.
Pick your favorite.
No.
Morning.
Pick your favorite, but cheer for both.
Why?
Hi, Don. People starting to float in through the house. You know, it's really odd as I'm noticing that some of the wait staff here are working today, but they were also working last night.
Really?
A couple of double shifts going on, I think. A couple swings.
No.
Maybe I'm wrong. Okay.
These are the morning people.
Okay. There's so many people here.
I know.
So many people here. I guess I just I'm used to it. I just don't recognize them all.
Dry break.
Dry break. I think Ruslan's going to have to play a safety here. I don't think it, I don't think it's worth playing a two-way shot here. Because there's no two-way, actually. I don't think the cue ball rolls safe on the bank. So Ruslan gets the hook. Billy's calling the bottom left corner. He's going to kick. Looks like 2 rails. Well played, and the good answer. Got another hook back. And actually,
no jump cues this tournament.
No
as well?
jump cues, yeah, no jump cues. Actually, this is a tough ball to hit. I think the 8 ball takes away that 1 rail kick. Maybe Ruslan can squeeze in there. And then you got the 10 and the 7 with a very small window. Did he just call a pocket? He got there. He got there. Very, very positive responses from all the players so far at this event. Asking us if we're going to be here next year, and this is an amazing tournament, and will we do this again? And I can assure you, if there's somebody who wants to promote or create an event here in Arizona, we'd be more than happy to come along for the ride and, you know, promote it as an open pro event, pro-am. Seems to be a big demand for it down here.
Yeah, there's a big pool scene here in Arizona.
Yeah.
They have like weekday day tournaments that they run. They have Friday night action. I swear there's a tournament every single weekend here in the Phoenix area. So if you're thinking about moving
for pool,
yeah,
like,
no, they have a very active pool scene.
Arizona's a hotspot for pool right now. I mean, it's, you know, and the cost of living's pretty good right now too.
You're not getting tons of pros, but you know, if you're just a social player anyway, it's a great place to be, just to, you know, play.
You got rooms that have kind of different strokes for different folks. As you know, you got Main Street, Colby's, which is close by here, Bull Shooters, and then this place, Freezer's Icehouse. Poker's big here too. There's card rooms.
There are card rooms, yeah.
In the Phoenix area, Tempe, Mesa.
Or you can go down to Tucson, an hour and a half away, to the Casino del Sol.
Yeah. Actually, it's a pretty big action. A lot of action in the state of Arizona.
It's where retired gamblers go.
Ruslan's wide open here. Scores 3-2. Ruslan looks like he's going to pick up a longer extension. I wonder how long this one is. Seems to be only about 3 or 4 inches, 3 inches longer than the one he just took off.
Can't see.
He strikes the ball so well, Ruslan. You know, I've been noticing that this pro stroke, pro players will actually have a smoother, more fluid stroke than most amateur players. Generally an equidistant length between backstroke and front stroke, which also promotes consistency in your follow through and allows you to get much better feedback from every shot. So the score is 4-2.
Race to 8.
Race to 8.
Morning, Eddie.
Morning, Eddie. Eddie Cohen's here.
Thought I saw Joey floating around.
Joey's here. He came in with Ariel.
They had a late night, huh?
Yeah. You see this?
See.
Microphone.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
He just walked away. I was going to talk to him. Might be crossing this. No, the safety is much more, yeah, a little more pragmatic, you know. Practical. Two-rail kick. Well connected. And avoided the scratch, but he ended up breaking up the problem area and
leaving him open.
Leaving a shot for Ruslan. Whitey needs to slow down here. Good shot. Well, he really opened up his arm on that shot, didn't he? Oh. Well, the only thing I can say about Ruslan right now is that no matter how young you are, how much energy you got, and how good you are, everybody needs sleep.
Everybody needs sleep.
And he's been up. He's done an all-nighter. He's done an all-nighter. And it's up to Billy to take advantage of that. Probably just cinch this ball, that way he knows he can make the shot. It goes. Hello. Back again, huh? How you doing, George? Come and say good morning to us.
Oh, wait. Say it again.
I'm just enjoying some great pool here at Freezers in Tempe, brought to you by POVPOOL. Dan the man.
Hosted.
Thank him. Hit that button there.
Thank you very
much. What do you call that?
Super chat.
Hit that super chat.
Super chat.
You know, where else can you get 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 hours of entertainment for?
Well, try 13. Try 14.
Yeah, 14 hours. Yes.
Actually, we've been just streaming 24 hours. You know that,
I know
right?
you've had it on the whole time.
Yeah.
I got home at 4 o'clock in the morning last night.
George got home at 4 in the morning and still sweated the action on POVPOOL. When they say never miss a shot, when we say never miss a shot, we mean it. Well, this is good for Billy. He's on a good tear here. I like his cue. Wrapless. Black with green veneers. All white butt cap. Butt handle, you know.
Butt ferrule.
Butt sleeve. There's no such thing as a butt ferrule. But it looks like a ferrule because it is all white. Nice out, Billy. What kind of cue is that? Oh, it's a Molinari cue. Was not aware of that. Good looking cue. I'm finding it interesting that Billy's not checking the rack, you know. Veronica is racking the balls, but Billy's not checking it. Which is fine. I mean, it's just an observation I'm making. And that's a good break. That's a very good break. This one ball would be the key shot of this rack. Got to come down table with the cue ball for a shot on a 3, which is by the 10. I think it's a natural angle. Just use a little bit of follow and drift down table past the 7. Wow. He stunned that ball a little bit with outside follow to come around the 4. Uh-oh.
Morning mistakes.
2 opening shots, 2 misses.
You know how you were talking about you don't know if you could yet make the transition to a carbon fiber shaft,
right?
Like the Revo.
Mm-hmm.
It has a
nice bank.
It has like a pinging sound.
Nice bank by the Banks champion. Yeah, a lot of people have talked about the noise, the sound that it makes. Mm-hmm. That's one factor. Billy Thorpe's kind of rise to stardom occurred about 1.5 years ago after he took a title on the World Pool Series. It was either a title or it was a runner-up title. And
how old is he?
He's, I believe, only 22 years old. But he has been cashing in events since he was 16 years old. Uh-oh.
You know, I'm thinking back to like about 6-7 years ago. Last night we were watching Oscar play, and his game has matured, developed.
Oscar?
Yeah,
it has.
In 7 years, you know, like just
since
for me,
we've known him, yeah.
Yeah, like just thinking back to when I first started watching him play, me personally.
Mm-hmm.
Just seeing that develop. And hopefully, you know, that's the same with Billy.
Yeah, well, with all of this rising, this new talent that's coming to the fold.
This rising crop of players.
I mean, you've got Skylar Woodward and Justin Bergman, you know, who Justin's been around a little while, but you know, he's only recently kind of like come into the limelight as of in the last 4 years or so. I think he's probably, in his late 20s now. You've got these European players, the Clint, the Ruslan, and you've got James Aranas from the Philippines.
I compare it to this new generation of millennials and the overall generalization of millennials and their attitude and behavior and
And then you've got Tyler Steyer. He's another one.
and I hope for the best.
Well, just
I do hope for the best for society.
okay. Hold on a second. Let's get a little deep.
Society in general, and then the pool industry as well, and the players that are growing up in this society and in this day and age.
Well, I think that players are going to emerge, like it or not, or it's inevitable that players are going to emerge. I think it's important to just to remember that us as the elders, we're always setting examples, and it's important to help those guys, to set a precedent, and also not to spoil them.
And there are certain
You know what I mean?
influences of society in general, not just in the pool room, but overall in society that affects how people grow up. So I just hope that they mature with some class.
Very well said. Ruslan has 5 games, and he's looking to win his 6th. I talked to Ruslan several times, but second time I really talked to him was at California Billiards, who explained to me that he personally loves to use spin on the cue ball. He has such a hard time not spinning the cue ball when he shoots. He even says that center ball shots, stun run shots, take a lot of work for him. He has to really be disciplined when he's shooting just center ball, because his natural inclination is to want to spin the ball in some way or another.
Mm-mm.
Wow, Ruslan left the one ball hanging. And that's just kind of how this match is turning out right now. And Billy's hooked. He's kicking. It's going to go. It's going to go.
No shot.
He doesn't really have a shot on the 2 ball. He just kind of had to take what the table gave him. Hey, Ben. Our buddy Ben Yep just came in.
Hmm? I was ecstatic.
Go ahead.
I was ecstatic to see so many people, not just players, but people come out from LA.
From Los Angeles, yeah.
Yeah.
I know, it's like 450 miles away. They came out here to Freezer's Icehouse.
Like a lot.
To spend several days here.
Yeah, like a lot.
Yeah.
Like the normal Hard Times Bellflower sweaters.
Yes, yes. Which is a testament to Freezer's Icehouse, actually. You know, you got to make this room a destination point when you come to Arizona, or when there's a big event like this going on. Well worth it to do that.
I was just I was excited to see the support from them. You know, it's very nice. And you know, they've all said great things about Freezers as well.
Yes. Yeah. So I think Ruslan can roll this ball up table to the corner pocket, but he may just play safety. No, he's going in. Safety was pretty easy as well. That was a good shot. Good out. You guys are only seeing like a sneak preview of what this guy's capable of. Same with Billy Thorpe and Clint Kachi and all the top-notch talent that's here. We're going to have a lot of matches today here. Welcome back to the West Coast Swings Freezer's Icehouse 10-ball challenge. It's a $10,000 added event. We just leapfrogged the one pocket portion of this event, this 5-day event. I want to congratulate Dennis Orcollo for taking the 3,000 added one pocket, defeating Josh Roberts in the final in an exciting match. Which also means that Dennis Orcollo has won back-to-back tournaments here on the West Coast Swing, winning the West Coast Challenge 10-ball at California Billiards and the one pocket event here at Freezers.
Billy rattles a 3.
What's that? Billy says it's too early for Billy T. You know what? In a way, I feel like it was a little too early for both you guys. Ruslan, I don't think he slept at all last night. But no, he didn't. He didn't. But you know, sometimes it's the way. It's when.
Oh, whoa!
Sometimes it's when when you miss during certain times of, you know, certain parts of Iraq and where the balls lay, and that make a big difference. So with a final score of 7-3 or 8-3, Ruslan CHINAHOV will advance forward, and Billy Thorpe. Is that a one-loss match? This is a winner's match. Winner's side, yeah. So Billy Thorpe's still in it for all you Thorpe fans. And stay tuned. We got who we got next?
Torsten Holman.
Torsten Holman.
Dennis Orkoyo.
This is going to be a cracker of a match, folks. Torsten Holman, who is the 2016 West Coast Challenge runner-up at California Billiards, losing to Warren Kiamko last year, and also world champion against Dennis Orkoyo, another world champion, and winner of the recent West Coast Challenge 10-ball event and one pocket event. We all know Dennis is not playing around.
So stay tuned.